know anything about Dual Spirit, but plot armor. I watched you miss. I watched you misplay, and technically, when you searched your dark magic attack, you should have played it to get rid of my circle. I know you saw me stack. I don't know. I know when you saw me stack the Magic Karibo on top of Soul Servant while you were under Maxi. So how can you say it's plot armor, sir? Just asking a question, my good sir, that's all. Yes, look, officer. That's what I'm talking about. Man, you should see how this deck looks in real life. Mana and the new cards. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you just gonna shoot me now? That's crazy. I just want you to upgrade. I don't know. Is that a YouTuber? A lightsaber? Okay. Nah, I was talking to you about Gazarat. Oh, that's the actual. Okay. You say he's messaging you? That's what's up. He's bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be here. Listen to chaos before you work, Chris. I was playing this nigga Perk the other day. Like for real. So I made him, you know, I banished, I bust, right? And he was running like Sprite, Live Twin, and Runic. He ended up killing the nigga. And he triggered for Graveyard and special summoned Illusion of Chaos, right? Because the final effect is when he's destroyed. Special summon Chaos, right? Huh? So he came out, then what ended up happening, but he attempted to do something, and Illusion of Chaos activated and bounced himself back and brought back Dark Magician from the graveyard. Now, naturally, yeah. And then he played, I think he tried to play the spell to negate him, but he changed directly to it. So he ended up popping something else before his effect could be negated. He was like, fuck them rituals. That's a very good idea. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be in God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I should almost be offended when y'all say plot armor. I feel like I should, yeah. Because at some point it's like my interpretation. Plot armor is like when your back is against the wall, and you need like a god draw or something like that, right? You follow me? The room has been disbanded. Okay. Being who I am. But I didn't get the call right though. That's the thing. It's not purposely. It's not. I had I had 39 cards in my deck, right? And it's not about you not trying to hear it. I needed a spell card or a monster that would get me to a spell card. Case in point, didn't matter what it was, as long as it was able to be activated. Because I had uh, Illusion of Chaos out there. That's it. If I whether I get it or not is inconsequential at that point. It's just so I can pop the card. That's it. The loop you were in right there was pretty much to break a board apart. One card on my turn and up to three cards on your turn. I'm you were in a Genjutsu. But back to what I'm saying, right? It's like, all right, I'm in this predicament. It's not like I don't have anything on the field. I don't have anything in the hand. I don't have anything in the graveyard that I can't use. And then I draw the card to like literally win the game or turn the tables around or whatever. All right. If y'all want to say that's plot armor, that's fine. But if I still have, I'm not saying that I don't. I'm not saying I don't do it. But what I'm trying to explain it to you. What I'm telling you is, even in situations where that's not the case, and that happens often too. There's a technical aspect of it where I'm actually, doing maybe things that are unconventional or picking things apart or just being technical, period. Maybe, and like again, maybe unconventional plays or something you didn't expect because I may see it a certain way. I'm not saying that. All right, at face value, you can take both and you can put them together, right? Because they say luck is when opportunity meets hard work, right? I don't, have you ever heard that before? All right, I do believe in that, 100%. But there are times where that does happen, 100%. Not gonna argue that. What's that? Pillows? Thank you. Jesus. And there are times where it's completely skill based. And to be honest with you, I would like to think it's more times than not. And there are times where there are times where there's plot armor. Like if it happens like that, I'm going to tell you, you know, that it happened like that. You get what I'm saying? But like here lately, my opinion, of course, even when I'm applying skill to certain situations or scenarios, it's still being viewed as plot armor. You get me? That's why I said um, I'm kind of offended because it's like if it's all of that, why am I playing? Like nobody should be that lucky. Nobody. You get what I'm saying? Like even like the way I put things together or whatever the case is. Thank you. That's still like trial and error, right? 100%. That's still trial and error. It's not like I have a random assortment of 40 cards that really have like no synergy for the most part. And I just draw whatever I need, like in a pinch or whatever the case is. Like there's a whole exchange of going back and forth with my opponent to even get to the point where I may be on the ropes and draw something that I need or something that can turn the tables of the game or turn the game on its head or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a I'm gonna just do this to be funny. But that's pretty much it, man. Like I don't I don't know another way to really explain that. But yeah, yeah. No, there's a like it is what it is, man. Like yeah, like it's not the end of the world, but I think people can't, and I guess this may offend people too, can't actively really tell the difference between skill and luck. Like maybe the lines are blurred, but if you see something that makes no sense to you, just because it doesn't make any sense to you doesn't mean that it's not impossible or it wasn't logical or it may not have happened or whatever the case is. Like to me this is chess, right? And the only unknown for the majority of it is the card that you draw next, unless you stack your deck with a certain card or whatever the case is. So even when I'm playing, I'm running like situations in my mind as the game is happening, just with everything available: field, hand, graveyard, your graveyard, your field, what may or may not be set, and running scenarios and stuff. Like I'm thinking about all of this in real time, and I usually come up with a plan even before I draw. Like as far as like a counterattack, you get me? And depending on the card I draw, if it doesn't increase like the chances of what I'm doing working, then I just I don't even try and use that card unless that card is going to either search or draw me more cards, which may increase the likelihood of my initial plan working. But if it's a card that I draw that, all right, let's say I already got a plan in place to break your board up. Maybe I can't do it all the way, but I can do enough to make you have to try and rebuild it, right? And let's say I draw something that can do that on its own, like like a blowout card, right? Let's say I draw like a blowout card or whatever the case is, and I say, all right, I'm a use this instead. I'll do that, and then the resources that I was going to use to do that in the first place, I'll use that. Like I'll set up like a counter attack for what I think may be coming next to the best of my ability. Like I try to stay a few steps ahead when I'm playing. It's basically what I'm saying to you. So even though it's not chess, it is chess. If you get me. That's pretty much. I guess that's where I'm at with it. I don't know another way to explain it. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I make decks because they fun, or because I like them. And I look like cash tier is coming. 10, 16, 22, 23 decks, right? Oh, duh. Shit up at top. This is from Neuron. Yeah, all the cards. Can't even see these. This is Breaking Ruin Guard, and this is Soul Energy Max. I remember that. I remember that too. This don't even look like that anymore. I remember this. I forgot when I was calling this. But this was I might hmm. I might still use this, right? This is the ABCs mixed with the code breakers, mixed with the scraps and dangers. Yeah, I remember. I don't know. I might revisit that. You know what I'm saying? I may do that. You really done, huh? I mean, if that's what you gotta do, if that's what you gotta do, no big deal. Damn, just to have with all of them. That's crazy. You said what happened? That's crazy. I mean, I'll be here. You know what I'm saying? You said who said what? You straight, yo? Yeah.